want to give you, Boris, to do that. So I would like you all to give a warm hand to the father of Swedish Startup Hall of Fame, Boris Nordenström! And by my side for this very work, I've had the honor to have had the two last inductees into Swedish Startup Hall of Fame, Niklas and Jane. And of course, it has not been an easy choice to do with so many brilliant and inspiring startup superstars we have in Sweden. But we managed to make our choice, and therefore it's time for me to invite last year's inductee up on stage that soon will reveal this year's winner. So let's welcome the multi-exit entrepreneur and rockstar investor, Jane Ballerud! Great to have you here, Jane. And of course, my first question to you must be, how was it for you to be inducted last year into Swedish?
So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah. Any specific memories you want to share?
Yeah, there was this picture of welcome from NASDAQ from the Times Square with my name on it. I thought that was absolutely amazing. That's that picture's near my desk still. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that.
And I mean, you continue to contribute in an amazing way to the Swedish startup scene. So maybe you can share with us some highlights during 2016.
Let's see. Since last year this time, sold one company where I was CEO for 5 years. That's probably most product, that was a difficult part. And then invested in Sapcube and Gothenburg and in Racewalks here in Stockholm. And made more of an effort to have a family company, Waller Ventures, bringing in our daughter, Caroline. And we are actually, at the moment, negotiating with our third. And since we go in and actually work a day or two a week for startups, that means it's about 3 until they start to graduate, when they don't need us anymore, right? So that'd be good. And what else? I've been startup course leader for our test drive feature course leader, where we had a final on Tuesday evening, which was lots of fun.
You do so many great things, and we think you're just amazing. So keep up the great work and give Jane a big round of applause. But now it's finally time for you to reveal who will be inducted into Swedish Startup Hall of Fame 2016. Who's there with us?
Can I really see this right now? Are you sure? Sebastian Knutsson! Come on!
So, we need some light here on Sebastian. There we go. This is an old SAP tradition. The inductee gets the obligatory SAP 46 named t-shirt. It's not the same t-shirt as Daniel, Niklas and Jane wore before, but it's the same model.
Thank you.
And of course the 3D printed trophy.
Looks amazing.
Does look amazing. Now, Sebastian, we do have another surprise for you. And I do realize that this actually might not be the first time for you, because you've been on a long journey as well.
Yep.
But earlier, on Times Square in New York, our friends from NASDAQ have commemorated your induction as well.
That's amazing.
And of course, you have that framed as well, together with the motivation, which I would like to read to you now. Sebastian Knutsson has been a serial entrepreneur in the online and mobile industries for more than 20 years. He co-founded King.com and has designed 100 plus games, including the world hit Candy Crush Saga. A true unicorn, King has further manifested Sweden as the global startup country. Last year, Sebastian founded Sweet Capital, where he invests in startups and continues to develop the Swedish startup ecosystem. He's a true role model and a real startup hero. Therefore, it is an honor to commemorate this by inducting Sebastian into the Swedish Startup Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Bravo! So, let's put these toys aside for a second.
Is that here?
And I'm going to take this opportunity to have a seat.
Okay, thanks.
To actually ask Sebastian some questions. Now, first of all, and I'm not asking now who has played Candy Crush, because I know everybody has, even those who don't with me. Who has seen Sebastian before? Who hasn't seen Sebastian before? Yeah, there's a few. So I'd actually like to start by asking. I mean, first of all, how does it feel to be inducted into the Startup Hall of Fame?
It's amazing. I feel a bit embarrassed almost, right? It's good.
Yeah, we are with the Swedish humbleness. It's always there.
It doesn't fit the Swedishness.
No, but so I think we sort of our paths crossed the first time about 20 years ago. Whereas when I remember, there were a couple of guys from Handels. Of course, I thought had no idea what the internet was.
We didn't.
Who started a company called Spray, and then it's been quite a journey. Can't you just like give a very highlights, you know, since then?
Since Spray?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 90. That's 96.
Yeah. So we started in 95. Actually.
95. You were ahead of me, of course.
So spent about 6 years at Spray.
Yeah.
Where I think we essentially grew from 0 to 2,000 employees in the first 3 years. So even in 98 we had about 2,000 employees. So we did all the mistakes you could do. And that, I guess, set us up a bit for the learning curve we needed to do King a bit better. So I saw the rise and the fall of the internet.
Yeah.
And in between we started a company called Fjord that did IP telephony pretty early. 2 years at that, and then we started King in 2003. Been there for 13 years now.
And then you started King, and you built Candy Crush Saga, and the rest is history.
It took a while to get Candy Crush. I usually say to my teams of the 10 worst games King has ever built, I've designed 8 of them, and data to back that up. So I learned from the mistakes.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's really amazing. I've sort of been following you in the periphery, and it's just. You've just kept at it, and it's really been impressive to see. I remember actually we had a meeting when you worked for Fjord once for the mobile days. So, why do you think? I mean, we're again here in Stockholm, Sweden. You are one of the unicorns that have come out of Stockholm. Why do you think? I mean, why do you think this exceptional density of unicorns and in general this startup culture exists in Stockholm? Because it is quite unique.
There's probably many reasons. I think one, we might claim some honor in sort of being early in the 90s. I think that set up a lot of people to join those early companies in the mid-90s, and they become entrepreneurs in the second and third wave.
Yeah.
I'd say otherwise, I think being a Swedish company, you always have to think global day one. There's no point in thinking you're going to rule the world by being big in Sweden, so you always go global early, which I think helps. And then I think the Swedishness in us is good in the sense that early stages of companies we have to explore ideas. It helps to have the Swedish sort of flat organization where you can sort of voice new ideas, so when things go badly, you can sort of be a bit humble about throwing the stuff out you thought was right and try a new thing and pivot.
Yeah, I think like you say, the flat organization is one thing that actually a lot of other countries don't understand. I mean, if you look at Switzerland, Singapore, all these other countries, people don't understand that when you become a manager in Sweden, that's like the bad part of it. So that's when you're questioned every day.
That's when you start getting bad feedback, right?
Exactly. That's when you really have to start working. But one of the things, I mean, we talked about this earlier, hard times are part of the long journey. I mean, I know that for you, it definitely hasn't been an easy surf all the way through, because, like, again, even a king, it didn't happen day one. And what would you say to sort of the founders that are here and the young founders? So how do you push through that, and how do you get through that, and why?
It depends what you messed up, right? Which you always do on the way. I think in the early phases, it's often that you have to dare to challenge what you thought was the right idea. I think often you might not start with the right idea. You have to be open enough to change direction, try something new, and pivot. I think later on, I got